So as you can see, I have the VASTFIRE light here, and we are at the farm and we're going to test it out. So this light's pretty cool. As you know, it doesn't have to have a bulb switch, so every time you click it you get a different light, and it has green, red, and black light. So as seen in the earlier part of the video, each of these lights are rated for something different, but I'm going to test them at the same range just to give you guys a kind of ballpark of what this thing's good for. I mean, it's not like a long distance shooting light, so I'm just gonna shine it out and you guys can see it on the camera about how far it'll go. Alright, so the first one I think is going to be red. Alright, so as you can see, or I'm not quite sure how far you can see, cameraman Hunter, how good is it looking on camera?
I could say it pretty good.
Yeah, so this, I'm standing right here and there's a tree line that you can see really good directly in front, like where these are. But if you look through the middle of these two trees right here, this tree and this tree, I can see a little bit on the back side, and there's another tree line, and that's about 100 yards, give or take. And the light's starting to dim about that distance, so I'd say it's probably a max. When you say, Hunter, on
you could
shooting that,
yeah,
I wouldn't go much further than that. Alright, so now we got the green light, and that's a lot more spread on this light. You can see everything much better, it's brighter, it's, I guess spread's the best way to describe this, don't you think?
width.
Width, yes, it has good width. So the red light was more of a beam, this has more of width to it, and it does about the same distance. I think the red light was probably a little bit better on terms of distance, don't you think? I could see the back tree line a little better, but this has more of a blanket effect of light. If you're trying to hunt, you'd pick up a lot more area with this light. Alright, so now let's go to the black light. And this is not a distance light. This is what you're supposed to use to like track deer. I think it's like blue light, or it looks purple to me, but this is what you're supposed to track deer. So what you do is you'd shoot a deer and there'd be blood on the ground, and this will pick up the different shades. So the dark red will show up really good on the ground. I don't have any blood here to show as a reference, but as you can see, there's darker spots on the ground, and that's where the darker colored grass is. So this would be pretty decent if you're like tracking a deer. I mean, you won't get distance with this light at all, but for close up, it'd be a good like walk around light and track deer blood light.
Hog blood.
Hog blood, boys. Anyway, so blue light does really good. I think it would serve its purpose pretty well. No complaints there. Red and green light, pretty decent. I wouldn't say they are like the top of the line red and green light,